Let's drop I'm not sure if I should do four on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode here. That's the camera right there. Yes, sir. Another episode of Tactical MIDI. I'm here early. I'm usually never here on Fridays, but I'm going somewhere with the wife today, and before I go and before she comes in here, and I'm gonna do this as quick as possible before I get caught. Um, I want to show you guys the effects processor, the new template I'm working on with the MPC as effects processor. The Tonework has its own effects and all that stuff. All of that stuff is very nice. But from now on, I'm going to treat every single box as an individual. On the Electron side, I'm gonna I'm gonna use all the Electron boxes as their own thing. I'm not gonna go one into the other like I was doing. What I was doing before, I was going one and daisy chaining the boxes and processing one box with the next box, and I'm not gonna do that. So bear with me right quick. I want to show you the template that I'm working on. The effects are gonna be triggered by the Behringer X Touch Mini. You can use any other kind of what's it called, controller, MIDI controller for that. The more buttons, the better, because you want to have momentary buttons and stuff like that. And I just want you guys to hear how it could be used in a live setup or whatnot. Uh, I'm just gonna improvise whatever the hell happens here. I'm gonna try not to use a four on the floor, but I don't know what kind of rhythm I'm gonna use. So let's see what happens. It's one down, one beat down. Let's hit play. We're at 128. Let's take it down to 90. Let's see what happens. All right, let's play. I hope the volume is good. I tried as my best. All right, let's change that. Let's put something here on. Let's do acoustic. Something simple, not too much craziness. All right, we need to have a sound here. Do something basic. Just making sure here. It's kind of hot. It's coming out really hot. Wait a minute. Do I have something here? Oh, that's why. My bad. I had an effect on, and that was kicking kicking my ass. Let's say, why does it sound distorted? There we go. Trying to find something here quickly. Keep it on 16. And let's take it back to reality. Let's take it to 64 steps. That way I get enough time. Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1. A little bit hot. So this world needs a hero. Okay, we need to go to the next. This is really, I don't really like it, but you know, we should do make it a bass, right? There you go. That's what we needed. Okay, so now this is the new effects that I've been working on, and this is gonna be quick. So it's gonna be on the MPC. As you can see, I got right here on the end over here. So one thing I like to do is I like to yeah, that one is kind of loud. Let's see if we can fix that right quick, which is over here on submix. The fuzz wah is too loud. Let's okay, so the effects that I'm using, you're gonna be surprised because I'm not using touch effects. Let me see. I want to look up the Korg Nano 2 to the Live 3 and use it as a mixer, but every time I get lazy and just use the touch screen. Um, this world needs a hero. There's one thing about this setup that I got. I'm not using, like, I'm using basically the stock stuff that comes with it. Like the FlexBeat player is not stock. I'm sorry, I lied. The FlexBeat is not stock. You have to buy that one. But the good thing about the FlexBeat is that it lets you jumble up like the beat or whatnot in different ways, and it's pretty cool. Because it has reverse, it has all kinds of stuff in there. So it's very flexible. That's why it's called the FlexBeat. But I'm using the Air Lo-Fi. I'm using the XY effects twice because the XY effects I can use it. Right now I'm using it as a low pass manual filter. And then the second time that I'm using it as a delay, right? And I can even add one more if I wanted to of the XY effects. And that's like plenty. Like that's plenty. Like you have a ton of stuff. Plus, I'm incorporating it back into this because so you can do crazy stuff. So it's just weird. Okay, so one thing is that I have like on the flex beat, I can trigger the flex beat together with, on this case, I'm triggering the flex beat together with the pitch shift, and then I added the slider into the pitch shift itself, so I can go like this. You can do crazy stuff like that. And I'm probably here adding too much stuff. Let me see. It's a work in progress. I'm just trying to basically 16 lo-fi mix. Having the MPC sample. It spoiled me with the flex beat since built onto the sample. Yes, but I don't like the way it sounds. Like they ported basically the effects from the sample into the bigger machines, and I have used them. I don't like the way it works on the other machines. It doesn't work the same way as it works in the sample. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work right. It's just weird the way it is, and then it doesn't let you use the controller in a, like, external controllers don't work well with the sample effects. So, I've seen some people saying that they like it. Yeah, well, they work if you're using the Q links, which is okay to use the Q links. If you don't have an external, thing, that's fine. Yeah, if you don't have, it, Ryan Springer, 1984. How you doing, man? All good, man. Over here talking about, so with the new ones, I could add some of the new ones that they're in harmonic. Let me see. So regulator, trigger effects. I want to trigger effects. So we have them as trigger effects, and they work differently. They work more with the, as you can see, I don't know if you can hear it. can add color. And then you got the beat repeat. So you can like half speed. So I just don't like it that much. Let me see. Beat repeat. And yeah, so they don't sound bad, but they don't work the same way that I'm beat repeating over here. Like I use the air stutter to do this type of trick, like right here. All right, so I use that one for that type of stuttering. Um, and the beat repeat, instead of using the beat repeat here, I can use the beat repeat on the flex beat and have all these divisions 1/4, 1/8. All of those, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first 2 rows on the bottom I can add. Rarely I use 64. So basically, on the time division, I'm going to use 1/4. I'm going to use 1/8, 1/4 triplet, 1/8 triplet, and 1/16. After 1/16, I don't use beat repeats. So yeah, if I go here to the flex beat, I know it's not on camera, but I can have it on the first one. I go to edit, and then I go to beat repeat. I can have 1/4 beat repeat on the first one. Okay, you say you barely use it's fun. I grabbed that over the Delay Pro for my freebie with registration. Yes, I say the FlexBeat is one of the best ones. Um, how you doing, Trader to the Living? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah, Trader to the Dead. Yeah, I like that. So, this will say I barely use Delay Pro. My freebie, I scoped up Studio Strings. Okay. For me, the Delay Pro is usable, but I don't recommend running drums through it that much. It doesn't do that whole lot. Um, I'm using the delay that is on the XY effects right here. So, and that one is the wah-wah. I'm gonna add a controller to that so I can turn off the what you might call that, the drive. I can turn off the drive with pushing the button down. Yeah, that would be great. So you go to Media Learn, and then you learn that one right here. And then we're gonna go track submix 1, and then that one was, which one was that? The drive. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Okay, it's not drive, it's the other thing. 1 second. Bam. It has to be fuzz mix. Drive. Let me see if it's this one. I'm not sure because it might have. Yeah, the fuzz mix. And instead of momentary, I'll do it as toggle, so it can toggle. We can toggle that and use it when we're gonna use it. Yeah, that's better right there. So, let me see my previous group hero with the other VSTs. You have to find it useful outside of the MPC as well. Yes, sample pick my interest. Flex beat. Now I want it for the big boy. Well, I really like the flex beat. That's one of the best things. It's like having gross beat from FL Studio, but instead of using FL Studio, using the box. Right now, the MPC for me is gonna be a box, right? And what I'm gonna be doing with the MPC is what it does best, which is um, stem separation, right? Sample chopping if I needed to do a sample chop style of whatever. All the audio is being routed to it before going out into the mixer. So the way I got my setup is all the machines have their own channel on the audio interface going through the analog mixer. And when I'm building beats for myself or for whoever I'm gonna build a beat, I'll multi-track everything and do it very nice inside the DAW. Uh, but all the writing I'm gonna be writing as a DAWless workflow, right? So I'm gonna be writing everything here, mixing the best I can mix with the boxes, and then I'll do the session. I'll multi-track every single pattern, right? Every single pattern is gonna be multi-track into the FL Studio, and then on the FL Studio, I'll work with that. Also, I'm trying to I'm trying to record in the best volume possible, so I don't have to normalize afterwards. So I want to work as streamlined as possible and all that stuff. So, you know, yeah, it's pretty awesome right now the way. Right now, I'm thinking about getting the Arturia Audio Fuse out box so I can run my the last mastering chain, which is gonna be basically the 2-track. I'm gonna do some stuff. I'll be doing some stuff in in the FL Studio on the master track, right? But then I'm gonna send it to the analog heat for a little bit of saturation, and from there it's gonna go into the Behringer 369 for a little bit more glue, and that's it. So I'm trying to do things like that, barely touching. Like on my mixes, I want to barely touch the stuff. I'm trying to, when I'm writing music, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pick um instruments that fall on their own space. Like if I have a piano, just that piano. If I'm gonna add something else that is on the same, let's say if it's on the same frequency, but then you have to decide whether to use, like, you don't want to saturate, the same signal, say 2 kilohertz instrument is very pronounced on a certain on a certain frequency. You don't want to have two instruments that, or three, that are on the same frequency. You want to have each instrument sit where they need to be sitting at. Like, a lot of people are not thinking about this, but you sometimes you can just uh, not have to work so much by using the right amount or the right kind of instrumentation when you're making your music. So if you have something that is a string instrument, to have two of those, right? If you have two string instruments, you either use panning on both of those or lower the volume on both of them so they can both fit that area, right? So the more instrumentation you add, and you have to kind of think where you want to be. Like, you don't want your kick drums to be too deep in the bass. Also, I try to my kicks, like this kick right here that I'm using. This kick that I'm using here, I'm not doing it on this one, but I usually put a like a high frequency, a high pass frequency. But instead of high passing it all the way, I'm just cutting at probably like 60, like 40, I'll say 50 hertz, like right there. And then what you do is you raise the resonance, and that doesn't sound that good. A little bit less. There you go. You see? You see, if you put, that's with the low pass filter, but I use the high pass. So I cut it from getting too low, so it gives space for the bass to do its thing. Like, so it doesn't cut itself that much. And then you do the same thing with the bass. You cut it. And then it sits right on the mix. You don't have to be putting everything like so extra. You know what I mean? So when I'm trying to do my mix, I'm trying to be as, as clean as possible. That's the best way I can say it. I don't know. I'm not, let's play it. And this sound, I don't like it that much. Let's change it though. I'm wondering, probably I got some type of effect here. Let me see. There you go. Yeah, there's something wrong with the bass. Let's see. You probably got recorded the wrong way. There you go. And then we're gonna go to the first track. There you go. Yeah, it's all extreme sounds, but it sounds really good. I think the MPC is doing a great job on that. Yeah, I think so. I think it's doing a great job on that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. This was me, basically, uh, just I have nothing else to do, and now I'm gonna leave you guys because I gotta go out. Yeah. This is kind of weird, yeah, because it's just a quick video. I don't know. This is just live. I just jumped in like that and yeah. It's nothing special on the music or nothing. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like trying to show you guys about not having to go and like because I'm I'm tempted with the Octatrack thing and everything, but I just don't want to go into a machine that is so old already, and then I go buy it, and then next year they come out with a new one, and I'm just gonna be pissed. Yeah, yeah. So, uh, there's workarounds on stuff. Um, uh, Punching effects, you can do it with a lot of things. You can even do it with these things right here. They already have performance tools. Um, but nothing. I'm just letting you guys know that the MPC is back on the map. It was a paperweight for a little bit, but now it's coming back, and I'm gonna be doing some crazy stuff with it. Hopefully, I'll show you guys. All right. So I'll see you next time. All right. Bing. Yeah. Yeah, one more thing. The MPC is one of the few items that you can do multiple CCs in one same button on a external controller. So you can have like 10 effects in one button press. You can have 10 effects going off at once, which I love that. All right, I see you guys later, all right?